point of this lecture is to introduce you to creative nonfiction, the course you'll be taking this semester. I want to talk about what type of nonfiction we will cover in this class. First of all, we need to ask ourselves, what do you think makes up the nonfiction genre? Is it informational text that you're used to reading in school, such as your biology book, your world history book? Or is it cookbooks or a book on how to write well? All of those are informational texts, and all of those are under the umbrella of nonfiction. The good news is you will not be reading or writing any of these informational texts. The traditional essays that you're used to writing in your English courses will not be covered in this class. Okay, so you will be writing a little bit more fun stuff, such as journalism. Now, again, when you think of journalism, you probably think publications like NPR or the Los Angeles Times or the New York Times or even Sports Illustrated for you sports freaks. While writers for each of those publications write news or the factual telling of recent and important facts, new journalism, this type we will cover in this course, is much more. You'll be focused on new journalism in this course. New journalism, you could argue, started by a guy named Hunter S. Thompson, who injected himself into this, into his reportage. He talked about himself a lot. He wrote the book Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail. He also wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the Rum Diaries, and things that you may have read or seen movies of. One of the books for this course that I assigned is The New Kings of Nonfiction, which is also a new type of journalism. And the new journalism is another example of this type of writing. There are several features of new journalism. There's narrative storytelling, meaning you tell a story. In old journalism, what you would do is you would present the most important facts first, and then, like an inverted pyramid, go down to the least important facts on the bottom. With new journalism, you tell a story. You tell a story. It's often written in first person, meaning the author injects himself or herself into a story. One of the stories you'll probably read in this course is about a guy who got on a bus with a bunch of Manchester United fans and wrote about his experiences with them. That's an example of new journalism. And these stories are quite often subjective. Meaning that the author puts his point of view or her point of view in the story. It's not objective. Meaning you just look at it from outside and write about what's going on. While all news network and publications practice parts of new journalism, you can pick up any of these publications and read examples. We have several examples in this course from The New Yorker, and you'll be reading that pretty quickly. You could also pick up Rolling Stone for examples of new journalism. The Atlantic is also one of the originators of this type of writing. In this course, you will read many pieces of new journalism, and you may be asked to write a piece or two using this type of writing. Now, one of the main best-selling types of books these days is the autobiography. You guys read one your freshman year, Night by Elie Wiesel. And in these books, authors write about their own experiences. Now, autobiography isn't just books about the Holocaust or anything like that. Also included in autobiography are books like Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama, in which he tells about his childhood being raised without a father. And you could also pick up the pop stuff like Confessions of a Guidette by Snooki. There is also the personal essay. And the personal essay, I want you guys to think of it this way. For novels, you have short stories, right? So a short story is like a mini novel. That equals the personal essay to the autobiography. So a personal essay is sort of like a mini autobiography. Now, this isn't an exact thing, but if it makes it easier for you when you think of a personal essay, think of it this way. And then there's several features of a personal essay. Okay. First of all, it includes narrative storytelling. Again, just like new journalism. It has a traditional story arc, such as an introduction, rising action, climax, and a resolution. The personal essay should focus on something you learned. Okay, and the personal essay should be personal. One of the worst things that I've noticed when we teachers assign a personal essay is that the student decides to write it about someone else. Okay, personal essay needs to be personal. It needs to be about something important to you. Okay. You'll find examples of personal essays in the magazines mentioned above and in some of the best-selling books. We'll read some of the essays of E.B. White, okay, which is a book collected of E.B. White's essays. We'll talk about David Sedaris, who wrote this book, Me Talk Pretty One Day, which was a runaway bestseller for years. And we'll also read some stuff from Mike Birbiglia, one of the hottest personal essayists around. Okay, the personal essay will be the foundation for your writing in this course. You will read and write many personal essays, so be prepared. And that's your first lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, and be prepared to write and listen a lot more.